Hello guys, this is game 1 of round 2 of the Cruise Official 1v1 League of Legends tournament. Today we have Dunstan 86 versus Dbatz, also known as Beard and, well, Dbatz. So, they're going to start off with, Draven is going to go for the boots of speed as well as the double Darwins. Ashe is going to go for the boots Berserker Greaves, there you go, I figured it out. Or Berserker Graves. People say it differently. I don't know. And the Darwin's wing. For me, I feel like Draven has a much better start. I feel like Draven deals more damage in general than Ashe does. So I think he deals more damage in the first place. But the fact that he's gone for 2 Darwin's wings is really going to use that extra damage to his advantage. I'm not a big fan of tier 2 boot start. In a 1v1 map, I don't see how it's really not necessary. The only thing Dbatz is going to get from those tier 2 boots is the ability to exploit the, obviously the slow that Ashe's Q does. Which is definitely something to think about. But this is definitely going to be a good game. I think the skill level on these two are reasonably the same. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Now, Dbatz's easiest way of winning this match is to poke as much as she can. But saying that, Dunstan does have his E, which was just shown there. So that's definitely something that Dbatz is going to have to look out for. Because if Dbatz gets caught out once, Dunstan will do a lot of damage very quickly while the 2 Darwin's Blades start. Plus, he will be getting a lot more lifesteal than Dbatz will. So that's also something to keep in mind. Now, as far as spells has gone, they've both gone for the same. They've both gone for flash and heal, which is pretty standard for 1v1. There's nothing particularly surprising there. CS right now is 8 CS to 4 CS. I feel like Dunstan has a stronger CS game, like in general anyway, so I think that's probably to be expected. But it all depends on how good Dbatz's poke is going to be whenever Dunstan goes to make an attack. So yeah, just stuff like that, little pokes like that. Obviously, because Dunstan has a decent amount of lifesteal from the start, it's a little bit problematic. It's going to be a little bit problematic for Dbatz, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think that she can still kill him pretty easily as long as she can hit the slows and then chase him down with the tier 2 boots. It's definitely something that could happen. So right now, Dunstan has all the map control because Dunstan has all the damage right now, so Dbatz can't afford to go straight in for anything too aggressive. She needs to just play safe under the tower, which is fine. But she needs to try to have as little damage to that turret done as possible, because it's whenever you die in 1v1, it's always a case of how quickly do you respawn and how many towers does the other person get before you respawn. So I think the longer you can keep your towers alive, the better. So I believe Dbatz is just at level 6. Dunstan, I hit level 6 a little while ago. 20 CS to 13 CS. We are just about hit 4 minutes into the game. Dunstan not doing a terrible job of catching the axes. Another decent poke there by Dbatz. So Dbatz hits Dunstan with the slow there, managed to get another auto attack off as well. Little pokes like that is what's going to win her this match if she can keep it up. The W does hit onto Dbatz, but too close to the tower. Dunstan is not going to go in for that. But Dunstan will get the health pick up near Dbatz's tower. Another Q comes down, and nice W there by Dunstan is now going to turn that onto Dbatz. Going to do a decent amount of damage. Plus, Dbatz does not have as much lifesteal as Dunstan does. So it means a lot more when Dbatz gets chunked than it does when Dunstan gets chunked. 3.1k versus 2.9k in Dunstan's favour. 31 CS to 18 CS, 19 CS now. And with the D, I think with the CS slowly getting in Dunstan's favour, that's just going to snowball more and more, I think, the longer this match goes on. So Dbatz needs to do plays pretty much as quickly as she can. She needs to hit the Ash Arrow, and then she needs to just hit the Q, and then just use slowdown. That is really our best bet against killing Dunstan. Because even though Draven has a pretty good ultimate, it's not going to be game-changing this early on, because it's not going to do a whole lot of damage. So Dbatz doesn't really have to worry about the ultimate from Dunstan doing too much damage. Another W comes down by Dunstan, will hit Dbatz. Dbatz is dancing around a minion. 50? That'd be mildly impressive. 40 CS to 25 CS, now 30 CS in Dunstan's favour. Another Q comes down. I think Dunstan's going to try to hug the bushes when Dbatz does go in with a Q, because if Dbatz doesn't have vision, he can get a lot of auto attacks down really quickly, and with the amount of damage that Draven does. So Dunstan's going to go in with an auto attack, another auto attack goes down, 3 auto attacks. Dbatz is going to try to turn this around, gets an auto attack off, and then will back up. Is that Poyo green? Oh no, it's the health station light. So Dunstan's going to chunk down this tower. Dbatz needs to do something reasonably soon. She is going to do that. She hits the Q. She's getting a lot of auto attacks down. She's not going to follow up, however. 50 CS to 36 CS. Auto attack from Dunstan. Both level 10, 4.3k versus 4k in Dunstan's favour. Dunstan's going to hug the bush, just continue getting creeps. If Dbatz doesn't know where to fire ultimate, then Dunstan will be pretty safe. Good dodge there by Dunstan from the Q. Auto attack goes down as well as the W. Auto. Good amount of auto attacks there from Dunstan. Dunstan will hit his ultimate. First one hits, does not hit coming back. And again, you know, the ultimate isn't that dangerous from Draven early in the game. So Dbatz is going to be fine, but she was chunked pretty well. Although Dbatz is getting a lot of free auto attacks there. The Q from Dunstan goes down. Dbatz is going to back up. The first tower will possibly go down unless Dbatz goes for something. Dbatz goes for the Q, goes to hit hitting a lot of autos here. Ash Arrow goes down. The tower is still up. Dbatz is going to flash in. Oh, no. No. Dbatz! No. Okay. Dunstan will live. Not a lot of health left on Dunstan. Did Dunstan burn his heal? Dunstan did burn his heal. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Dunstan did not burn his heal. So Dunstan's not that bad off yet. Honestly, it's hard to tell. Like I said, I don't record these games live. The first game I recorded live, but all these from now on, I'm not going to be recording live. I'm going to be watching them actually in the video editor that I'm using to like edit the files and everything, which unfortunately makes the video quality in the editor a little bit grainy, so I can't necessarily see perfectly. So currently CS wise is 66 to Draven 51 to Ash. Auto's going down. I question. Dbatz can go in now. Dbatz can definitely go in, try to hit some damage. Q comes down. Dunstan isn't going to engage into that. I don't necessarily blame him. Both heals have been popped. Ultimate comes down. First one hits. Second one doesn't. Ash Arrow is going to be available very soon. I think there's about 10 seconds on Ash Arrow before it comes up. And that can be a confirmed kill. Definitely can be a confirmed kill if Dbatz can hit the arrow and can get Dunstan to come out of the tower, which she probably should time to do shortly. And there's the Ash Hour. The Ash Hour comes down. She hits the Q. Auto attacks. Auto attacks. Dunstan isn't getting out of there. Tries to use the bush. First blood goes to Dbatz. Now, right here, this moment right here is where Dbatz is going to lose the game. I'm going to say that right now. Like I said, it's not live, so I know the results. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is where Dbatz loses the game. Because I wish people in these matches learned that being mana doesn't pay off. I feel like if she kills herself now into the turret, she'd have a really good advantage, but she's not. Because the problem is with a Draven is, if he gets even a little bit fed, it's kind of over, because he can just out DPS Ashe so easily. But Dbatz has decided to back off, and as you can see, the DPS from Dunstan is just too much for Dbatz right now, which is expected with the items, but just in general, even with items, like, I still feel like Dunstan is still reasonably ahead. Turret goes down, ultimate goes down, first one hits, second one doesn't. Dbatz is going to stay there, and that's a kill. So the first mistake by Dbatz was not dying under the tower. The second mistake, and in my opinion the mistake that lost her the game, is this. What is it with people buying Last Whisper, man? I mean, it's a good. Don't get me wrong. It's a really good item against tanks, which Draven is not. Draven has, again, it's a bit grainy, but I believe he has 75 armor. You don't need that much armor. You don't need armor pen for 79 armor. Like, you just, not really. Like, especially considering Last Whisper is 2.4k, 3k. Like, no, like, look, that armor pen is doing nothing for Dbatz. Like, Dunstan's gonna get another kill. Dunstan is just out DPSing her like mad. Deciding to go for Zeal is a really good life choice. Like, the movement speed, as well as, I mean, Dunstan is now faster than Ashe, and she's certainly more powerful, and he can quit. And to be honest, this is pretty much where the game ends. Dunstan can pretty much just out DPS Ashe. Dbatz has to play really defensively, and unfortunately it's not going to be enough, because Dunstan plays it smart, and he is going to kill himself and base one more time, and he will get Phantom Dancer, as well as a... Oh, I'm going to get this wrong. Avarice Blade? Avarice Blade. And a dagger. But yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out from Dunstan. It's a lot of attack speed coming out from Dunstan. And this is pretty much where the game ends. Like, there's nothing, there isn't really much more that Dbatz can do to come back into this. So, I'm going to speed up the video from this point. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in Game 2 of Round 2 of the Cruise 1v1 LoL tournament. Thanks for watching, guys.